Good day everyone, I'm Smita Sugumaran, one of the students from UMK and an accounting student as well. Me and my friend whom conducted this study case and this assignment. There are 8 members in my group, include me, who will be presenting to you about this assignment and the study case as well. I'm here to talk about the introduction. For the introduction, it is absolutely mandatory for each and every accounting student as well. Accounting theories are a set of prediction and approaches. The main objective of this study case and this assignment is to report this subject is applying all the theories that we have studied through all this class 1. In this report, it also has included the application of accounting theories and the impact of valuation as well. It will provide the link between the theory and the practice is to concern with the relevant case as well in this assignment and the study case. Well, that's all for introduction. It will be continued by the study case whom will be presenting to you. Thank you.
My name is Siti Nabiha binti Muhammad Kusaini. My matric number is H2A1773. So I'm going to present about the journal based on the table started from 1 October 2020. In 1 October, they have cash, computer equipment, capitals. So the owner start the business with the cash and the computer equipment. 2 October, they have rent, cash, and the rent is to pay the office space for month for October. For October, they have equipment, creditor. So the equipment purchased for business use. 8 October, they have used cash, service rendered income, service for client. So for the 10 October, debtor, service rendered for income, service for client. So I'm going to continue these tables. Okay, in 12 October, they have equipment, cash, additional equipment purchase. 15 October, they have wage, cash. They pay the wage for the assistant for 50 days. 18 October, they have cash, debtor. So receive a cash for debtor. 25 of October, creditor, cash, creditor, equipment purchase, settles. 28 October, drawing, cash. The owner withdraw for the personal use. 13 October, they have a cash, debtor, service renderer, income. So 50% of amount received by a client, another work complete. 31 October, salary, cash, pay salary to the assistant. And for the last one, for 30 October, also they have utilities for the expenses, electric, also for the water, creditor, electric and water be assumed to the utility company creditor. I'm going to continue for the ledger account. In capital account, 31 October for the balance, 600,000. In October, 1 October cash, computer equipment, 600. It becomes 600,000 ringgit. In a cash account, 1 October for the capitals, 8 October for the service income, 18 October for the debtors, 28 October for the service income, it become 587,000. In 2 October for the rent, 20 October for the equipment, 50 October for the wage, 25 October for the creditor, 28 of October for drawing, and the last one for 31 October for the salary, and the balance is become 587,000. In computer equipment account, in October, 1 October for the capitals, it become 1,000 ringgit, and the balance in October 31 is also become 100,000 ringgit. So for the equipment account, for October is for creditor, 20 October for the cash, and it become 20,000 ringgit, and for the October balance in 31 is also 20,000 ringgit. So for the rent account, So for the rent account, in 2 October cash, 50,000 ringgit. Also in the balance in 3 October, 50,000 ringgit. For the creditor account in October, 2 October is 50,000 ringgit. In 3 October balance, it's become 70,600 ringgit. In service render account, in 31 October balance 139,000. But in the October, 8 October they have cash, 10 October debitors, 13 October cash, and 13 also debitors, and it become 139,000. For the debtor accounts in October 10, they have service income also in 13 for the service income, and it become 67,100. And for the October, in 18 October cash, and the 31 for the balance is become 70,000 ringgit. Wage account in 50 October cash, 15,000 ringgit Malaysia. Also the balance on 31, 50,000 ringgit Malaysia. For the salary account in 31 October cash, 700. Also the balance on October, 700. So drawing account in on 28 October cash, 500. Also the balance of credit and debit, 500. Utilities expenses for the electric access in 31 October creditor, 1,800 ringgit Malaysia. Also in 31 balance credit and debit, 1,800. For the last one, utilities expenses for the water account, October 31 creditor, 3,800. Also the balance in October 31 is 3,800 ringgit Malaysia. So that's all from the journals and also the ledgers account.
Hi, my name is Nur Farhani binti Aziz. Today I want to continue about a trial balance. Before we go into our topic, I want to tell you guys about meaning of a trial balance. A trial balance is a sheet recording all the ledger balance categories into two types, with debit and also credit. A typical trial balance will have name of ledger and also the balance. Okay, in study case we got a and year 31 October 2020 of capital 600,000, cash 544,000, computer equipment 100,000. Also for equipment is 20,000, rent 15,000, creditor 5,600, a service render or in column income 139,000, for debtor 52,000, salaries and wages 6,900, drawing 500, utility expenses for electric 1,800, and utility expenses for water we got 3,800. The total of balance for debit and credit we got 744,600. This is the balance for the trial balance. Thank you. Okay, I will continue with statement of profit and loss. Profit and loss for the years end 31 October 2020, we get a revenue of service render in column income is 139,000, and total revenue 139,000, less expenses we got a 4, which is rent, salary and wages, utility expenses for electric and utility expenses for water. Rent we get 15,000, salary and wages 6,900, for electric, utility for electric 1,800, utility for water 3,800. The total expenses we got 27,500, and for the net profit you got for statement profit and loss is 111,500. 500. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Arif bin Baharudin. I will talk about balance sheet statement for 31st October 2020. Let's go through first about fixed asset. We have computer equipment about 100,000 ringgit and equipment about 20,000 ringgit. For the total fixed asset, we have 120,000 ringgit. Next, about the current asset, we have cash about 544,600 ringgit and the debtors about 52,000 ringgit. After we plus it up, we got 596,600 ringgit. About the current liability, we have less about 5,600 ringgit, so we have to minus it up from the current asset and get the total about 591,000 ringgit. For the working capital, we have to plus it up from total fixed asset about 120,000 ringgit and the current liability is about 590,000 ringgit and the total for the working capital is 711,000 ringgit. Next, the total we have got was financed by the capital balance from 1st October about 600 ringgit and have added net profit about 111,500 ringgit, and we have less from the drawing about 500 ringgit. After we minus the net profit and the drawings, we only get 111,000 ringgit. So the total of the capital we have got is 600 ringgit plus 111,000 ringgit and the total is 711,000 ringgit. That's all from me about the balance sheet statement for 31st October 2021.
My name is Nur Aiman Haina binti Hamidun. My metric number is H20A1429. Today I want to talk about the usefulness of statement of profit and loss. Profit and loss statement are one of the three most important financial statements that reflect any company performance and financial standing over a period of time. The other two statements are the cash flow statement and the balance sheet. The statement record and summarize all the income and expenditure of a company over the desired time period. The resultant figure is net income or loss earned by the company. The bottom line of the company is its other name. The profit and loss statement show whether a company is making money or not. All companies need to generate revenue to stay in business, making the P&L statement essential. After all costs of doing business are paid, the remaining amount is called net income.
My name is Nurdalina Bizali and my matrix number is H20A1712, and I will present about the usefulness of the balance sheet statement. A balance sheet is one of the main financial statements that can be used to track expenses and earnings, especially for tools business owners and accountants. A balance sheet provides a quick view to the company's financial standing. Other than that, it also called the statement of financial positions or financial conditions that shows the total assets of the corporation as well as how these assets are formed, whether via debt or equity. The balance sheet outlines a company's financial situation. It is often finished at the end of a reporting period. The balance sheet intended to be helpful and informative that help company include calculate its key financial ratios. Furthermore, it assists the stakeholders and analysts in evaluating a company's overall financial status and operational requirements. Also, it aims to record the law firm's financial positions at a particular time and to assess the firm's financial health. The balance sheet allows the partners to evaluate the firm's liquidity and allows them to determine if the firm is over-leveraged. The issue can be prevented through preparing proper reporting of balance sheet. In financial statements, balance sheet report present three main elements, which are assets, liabilities, and equities or capital of the entity. Balance sheet lists all the company's assets in accounts receivable, cash balance, fixed assets, and inventory. Thus, balance sheet is very important and benefits for the company because it's showing all the information about company status. Balance sheet can determine the risk and return of the company. By using balance sheet, the firms or company can identify the issue within their company and they can avoid the long-term financial problem. A balance sheet summarizes the company's assets and liabilities in one place. Choose current asset and long-term asset represents the ability of the firm to earn cash and maintain its operations. Short-term and long-term debts, on the other hand, prioritize the company financial obligations. That's why the company balance sheets ideally should show more assets than liabilities, to indicating positive net worth. By this, company can determine the risk they face. Balance sheet also allows the company or firms to comparing their current assets and current liabilities. Then it can determine whether the company can meet their short-term commitments. If current liabilities exceeds company's cash level, possibility the company to get more working capital from other sources are high. Therefore, a company's risk and returns may be determined using the balance sheet. Next, balance sheet can secure the additional capital of the business. A balance sheet will provide potential lenders and investors all the information they need to make informed judgment about lending or invest their money to the company. Balance sheet also allow them to analyze whether they will be repaired over time because the present balance sheets represent company's capacity to collect debtors' payments and repay debts to creditors. In addition, it demonstrates to lenders that the company have a track record of appropriately managing the assets and liabilities. It will be easy for the company to apply a business loan, depends on their balance sheet, and if they have a balance sheet that shows they can repay loan within the set time. If the balance sheet is better, then there are greater chance of obtaining further finance. The ability to repay loans is directly related to the balance sheet's quality. There are various useful measures in business sector that have been used to assess a company's long-term profitability and short-term financial outlook. Balance sheet helpful in financial ratio, and it's calculated by examining the balance sheet numerous components. Financial ratios such as debt to equity ratio can offer a solid indication of a company's financial state, as well as it provides insight into the company operational efficiency. Activity ratios primarily focus on current accounts to demonstrate how well a firm or company manages its operational cycle, include receivable, inventory, and payables. Information in balance sheets is helpful for identifying trends over time and helping the company to assess its financial structure and operational effectiveness. Furthermore, balance sheet ratio may be used and very helpful to compare to its direct competitors.
The conclusion for this report is we should have a clear idea of the context in which accounting is set. We should be aware that accounting is a recording and processing of data into information of the characteristic of good thing or information of the relationship between accounting and organizational objective. Accounting help organizational of determine their financial right and obligation. Without proper accounting, it would be very difficult for a business to calculate, such as journal, ledger, trial balance, a statement profit and loss, and balance sheet statement.